Largest wheelbase in the class means more space than a Creta. The Tata Sierra has been launched at an introductory starting price of 11.49 lakhs. Delivery start in Jan of next year and booking start December 15th of this year. And we now have details of the platform and the new engines. The wheelbase is 2,730 millimeters. That's 120 millimeters more than a Creta. Tata Motors are calling it the Argos platform. Now, a little too complicated, so I'll read this out. It is all-terrain ready, omni-energy and geometry scalable architecture. Phew. It's a new architecture and they say it is all-wheel drive capable. In fact, they have said that there's an all-wheel drive ICE version that will be coming. They are working on it. The Sierra EV, which is due early next year, that will also have an all-wheel drive version. The Sierra, though, has been launched with only front-wheel drive right now. Torsion beam rear with frequency-dependent damping. This is not an independent rear suspension, but of course you get four-wheel disc brakes. It's got 5G connectivity, over-the-air updates for 10 ECUs and Snapdragon's latest processor. This also has Tata Motors' new electrical architecture. They're calling it Tidal 2.0. Tata Motors has spared no expense in developing the Sierra. Quality is a big focus. This is made at their new line at the Sanand factory, the one that they bought from Ford. There is a new petrol engine. But before we talk about the powertrains, here are a few key takeaways from my conversation with Shailesh Chandra, Tata Motors Passenger Vehicles MD and CEO. Shailesh, big day. The Sierra finally getting unveiled. From the concept that we saw, obviously there must have been a lot of changes into the final product. What were the key challenges?
Yeah, see, first the key challenge was, how you do justice to the OG Sierra, right? Because it was the first car, when it was, conceptualized in 1990s by Mr. Tata. That time, it was first time that India saw a lifestyle SUV. And for the first time, there were many new features, HVAC or, for example, power steering, power windows and all. So, spirit-wise, and silhouette-wise, how we keep it the same. So that was the first challenge. In modern times, it has to be relevant for the modern times and it has to be reimagined for a whole new generation, right? So that was the challenge in terms of doing justice to OG Sierra, keeping its spirit intact, but also, making, a car which is of mass appeal to especially the new generation. A lot of feasibility level, challenges also that you faced and then kept on iterating and coming to the sweet spot of where we felt that this is a car which can give you a footprint of mid SUV, but can make you get the indulgence of a high SUV. That was conceptually what we said, that this is what we need to strike as the sweet spot, so that we enter into and create a space which you can say as a premium mid SUV segment. Why it will be premium? Because first, it takes forward a legend, right? And, gives the resemblance in the silhouette that you give. So wraparound glass or upright boxy style of that car, you are able to transfer that genes and DNA to this car. But from an interior perspective, make people get the indulgence of ISU, because there are many people who can buy an expensive car, but there is a limitation of footprint because say their parking space don't allow, or congested city they don't want to. So therefore, multiple engineering challenges we faced. We went through 3-4 iteration of design also.
When you showed the Sierra concept first, it was an EV. What's with the powertrain strategy now? You're not launching it with an EV. Why is that?
See, always idea was that we will launch in multiple powertrains. Why such a strong brand you limit to only one powertrain and devoid a lot of fan followers of Sierra, who would like to also have an ICE version. That was always in the thought. It was in the Auto Expo, I remember that for the first time we had shown it in the EV avatar. But when I would have shown in ICE avatar, you would have said that why not in EV avatar? So it was that time we thought that EV is also a big trend, and we should imagine Sierra also in EV, and that's why we had shown that. And EV is also going to come next financial year, in the first half of the next financial year.
Without discussing exact numbers, what will dictate your pricing strategy?
One, we said that this is, we don't want to keep it very vague in terms of where it is positioned. So we are saying it is mid SUV, because technically the size of the car is that. But since it is more spacious, it is more premium, we are giving all the features which are segment above and 2 level above also. We want to position it as a premium mid SUV. But we don't want to go far away from the pricing of mid SUV also, although keeping some level of premium. So I'm aggressively pricing it, but giving more for less. So that is where we want Sierra to be a distinct product in a segment which is becoming too me too, very mediocre. And therefore, if somebody wants to escape mediocrity, this is the product.
The big talking point is the brand new 1.5 litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol with direct injection. That makes 158 bhp and 255 Newton meters of torque. That's 2 Newton meters torque more than the Creta. It gets mated to a 6-speed torque converter, not a twin clutch automatic. And that's not this engine. This engine is the diesel. Diesels are alive and still doing well. This is the 1.5 litre 4-cylinder diesel from the Nexon, and the Curve makes 116 bhp and 280 Newton meters of torque. And this not mated to an AMD transmission, it's mated to a proper torque converter. There's also a manual. The second petrol engine, which will obviously be the big volume seller, is the 1.5 litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that makes 105 bhp and 145 Newton meters of torque. Now, it's not mated to a CVT, but it's mated to a twin clutch automatic gearbox. Both the turbo petrol and the turbo diesel, those get proper 6-speed torque converters. Safety is obviously a huge talking point for Tata Motors. In fact, Tata Motors claims that the Sierra will not only score full 5 stars, but will raise the benchmark in its category. And they even showed us videos of 2 Sierras being crash tested into each other. Now, the Sierra will also have an EV. It might even have a CNG version. Here are a few key takeaways from my conversation with Chief Product Officer Mohan Savarkar. The platform. What platform is this? Is this derived from an existing Tata Motors portfolio platform? What is it? Can you tell us about it?
No. So this is a brand new platform. So you're familiar with our set of cars.
Yes.
So we have the Atlas and
Yes.
we have the Omega.
Yes.
And there's space in between. So this platform is supposed to be for that space.
Okay.
It's also all-wheel drive capable. And it can work on multi-energy in ICE with NA or GDI or diesel or CNG or what have you. Everything can be accommodated in this. For the EV, we'll use a different platform underneath.
What do you mean by all-wheel drive capable? So the Sierra, I'm assuming, is front-wheel drive only.
Yes.
So what do you mean by all-wheel drive capable? That they will be a 4x4 version later on?
Not 4x4, all-wheel drive.
Okay.
Just to draw the distance.
Yes.
So which means that we are not looking at boulder crossing or something like that. But we are definitely looking at a car that is capable of taking all terrains, all surfaces, and let's say low mu on one tire,
Yes.
high mu on other. All that kind of technical stuff can be done with this.
So this platform is capable of it, and the Sierra will come with an all-wheel drive version in the future. Assumption.
We hope to.
Okay.
It's something you'll need to wait for.
In terms of the transmissions, this will have a twin clutch automatic transmission?
No, the GDI comes with a automatic transmission
Okay.
with torque converter
Okay.
from ICE,
Okay.
which is a 6-speed transmission.
Okay. And then the NA version will come with what, a CVT or a DCT?
The NA comes with a DCT.
In terms of the size of the engine bay and all, you could not package the 2-litre diesel engine into this that you already have in the portfolio?
Different topic once again. So it depends on size of the car, weight of the car. Generally, you don't need a 2-litre engine unless the car weighs above a certain thing. Okay. The 2-litre engine also brings in its own additional weight, which is
Yes.
maybe another 70-80 kilos. So, I mean, net of it all, for this size of car, 1.5 is more than enough. There's a lot of capability in 1.5.
In terms of quality control, what steps have you taken to ensure the Sierra meets class benchmarks?
So the whole NPI process has been fine-tuned. And the way, if you see our car, the kind of gaps that we have been able to achieve with this is very different from anything that you would have seen in all our earlier cars. So we have changed the manufacturing process and the die has been machined multiple times.
Okay.
First time, check the caps. If caps are not to our liking, machine it once again, and if required, third time, till you get this consistent cap. And also it has helped quite a bit. We have used laser brazing for the loop, laser stitching for all the closures. So that gives a lot of strength to all the closures and a very good torsional stiffness also. So all this brings this body very, very stable.
Tata Motors calls it Theatre Pro. So you have a 10.25-inch digital cluster, 12.3-inch infotainment and 12.3-inch third screen for the passenger. It also gets AR augmented reality head-up display, 12-speaker JBL Black sound system with a sound bar. The driver edge point hip point of 342 mm is claimed to be best in class, as is the other best in class feature, which is the commanding driving position, which gives you a height of 1344 mm. Also, you get this extendable thigh support. The steering, it adjusts for reach as well as rake. 1415mm rear shoulder room and best-in-class rear knee room at 973mm. 19-inch wheels, that's the biggest in this class. And smallest in its class are these headlights. These are just 17mm tall, but largest in its class are the full-width LED DRLs, 1.8 meters at the front and 1.6 meters at the rear. In fact, they're so wide, they had to get a whole new supplier to set up a whole system to make these LEDs. 622-liter boot expandable to 1257 liters. 205mm ground clearance, 450mm water wading, and the weight is plus or minus 1400 kilos. That's a quick look at the Tata Sierra. We're going to be driving it next week. Reviews will be out once the embargo lifts. The bookings open on the 16th of December and delivery start 15th of January 2026. Are you excited by the Tata Sierra? What version will you pick, or will you wait for the all-wheel drive version, or will you wait for the EV? Let us know in the comments.